Let's talk to Jihira.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
So I'm presentable when I'm not wearing anything, Jihira. Good to know. That makes one of us.
Oh, forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left quite a mess behind. But the city begins to look something like itself once more. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
Jihira, it almost seems like you don't like Baldur's Gate. The Baal Temple still stands through the carnage.
An empty throne. Thanks to you. The city will not be long in burying it. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again.
Jihira's family is awesome. It is so lovely. I also really like Ryan. She's like so much alike, like Jihira and Ryan. What about Minsk?
The beloved ranger? Oh, beloved wherever he goes. Winning all sorts over to our rebuilding efforts. Minsk has the guild and 9 fingers on board. Deep down, it seems even the wicked can be moved to care for the city that made them. Of course, many of the wealthy fled the city when danger struck. Ha! Perhaps the thieves only want to lure them back. But for now, their hands are busy laying bricks. While I hover around. Mistake me not. There is still much to be done. Plans to make, maps to be frowned over. But my children are more than capable of doing it. Even the young ones tire of me peeking over their shoulders. This night offers them a brief respite from me, at least. And this place, now I look at it, it is where you all spent your first night together, no? A fine spot for an adventure to begin. A fine spot indeed.
I didn't even look around that closely. It is true. It's like in Act 1 when you, like Act 1, the first map when you do rest, it is here. I mean, also where the Tiefling party is happening, right? Interesting, Jihira. I didn't even think about that. You are perceptive. Ever the druid. Do you have an adventure in mind?
Just a little wander, perhaps. To stretch the legs. I'll find my way back. As I always do. I admit defeat. Baldur's Gate is my home. But that is the thing about home. The only way to see it clearly is to leave. And look back. For a little while, at least. But I see the flush in your cheeks when I speak of family. Perhaps you mean to start one of your own. Oh, I don't want to watch over a blood match where the duelists call me auntie. Just be careful, Valspawn.
Yeah. I mean, then again, like all of Baal's influence in us is purged, right? The only thing that is left is like from withers, right? So in theory, there shouldn't be any risks in having children, right? Not that that's going to happen with Gale, but still. If I just have one, they have no one to duel.
All right, Ball child. It is true you are no longer what you were. You have done well for yourself. For all your travels. I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
Oh. I don't know, Jira's still such a nice character. And especially as like Dark-Eyed, I really like the relationship they have. Like with all the Barspawn ties, it's even better. Huh. For whatever reason, we can say my home is for Shadowheart, my home is for Astarion, Wyll is my home. We can't say Gale. Weird. I have many homes. One of them is in a treehouse.
Quite a bit of climbing then. I have no doubt the Archdruid keeps you active. But perhaps you can spare the details for later. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Curious if we couldn't say Gale. We had like all the other options, but not Gale. Hey Wyll, I'm kinda not sure I'm going to like the dialogue with you as Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate, but let's see.
My love, my heart. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Oh my gosh, we have to do a check. Lavender breathes in deeply and takes in the scents around him. Easy 10. Let's go for Fox Cunning. Nice, in the 20. Awesome.
You breathe in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthly fragrance you immediately recognize. Oak wood.
I smell the clean night air and a faint whiff of ale. Perfect party ambience.
Oh, how right you are. And how wonderful it is. We've had too little time for pleasures like these. A welcome reprieve from the faraway missions and the bargaining tables of the months past. You've been patient through it all. Your love is the fuel that drives me forward. I'm glad Father's left us to our own devices, more or less. No, he's got no shortage of advice when I ask for it. But we will make the decisions we see fit, the ones that'll restore the city to glory. I now serve only you and Baldur's Gate, not a devil of the first hell.
I don't know, I think I really like the fighter Wyll, the Blade of Avernus more than politician Wyll. It's not like politician Wyll is bad, but the other one is kind of cooler. Hells, I'm glad to have Mizora out of our lives.
That makes two of us. Though losing the hexes and eldritch blasts took getting used to. They left behind a cold abyss where fire once raged. So I stoked a new one. Now the burning comes from within me, not from the depths of Avernus.
So, how's your father holding up? He's keeping the Flaming Fist in line, I gather.
Indeed he is, with nary a lashing or scolding, to my surprise. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, Father's pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be tears' will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart.
I mean, I'm all in for forgiveness, but like also pardoning all the people who just like went along with the whole Bay Knight stuff. I don't know if I would reinstate them as city guards again. I never imagined you'd leave such a mark on the city, and so quickly.
All for the good, I like to think. Though I've met my fair share of challenges. The people know me as one of the champions who saved their beloved city. They know Ravengard blood flows through my veins. The patriarchs, the aristocracy, the councils of Waterdeep and Arm, their arms aren't so wide open. Still, there's no friction that can't be greased with a sly promise or a proposition.
What I gotta say though is that Will's clothes, the outfit, is very fancy. Looking very, very nice. Oh. He also disbanded the Council of Four. I also don't know if that's a good idea. Because I mean, like before Gortash you had like 4 dukes. And now you have like 1 Grand Duke. And I don't know, power corrupts? And I mean, if someone like Gortash gets that position, You haven't mentioned the Council of Four since you disbanded it.
It is to be reborn. A bettered council befitting a bettered city. My father, Older Ravengard, is now Grand Duke of the Triad, Keeper of the Fist. Floric is now Grand Duke of the Crossing, the face of devotion. I am Wyll Ravengard, Grand Duke of the Worm, Heart of the Gate. And there's another I'd like to nominate. Grand Duke of the Coast, Doom of the Dead Three. Namely, I nominate you. Please say you'll accept.
Okay, so instead of like 4 dukes, we have like 4 Grand Dukes. Okay, sure. I really don't see Lavender as a politician though. Not at all. Yeah. I'm honored you would consider me, but I have to decline.
I understand. But I am no less grateful for you and for us. Without you at my side, this city wouldn't shine half as bright.
Yeah, politics is not love's thing. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't fit at all. Like, just being more of a man of like actions than like talk, right? I don't know. I think it would go crazy, like sitting just like in council rooms and having like endless meetings. The city's finally opened its gates to refugees, and it has thanks to you. What is also interesting is, despite having Roman's Wyll also has like lots of dialogue here.
The jewel of the coast will shine ever bright, welcoming the weak and the weary from wherever they hail. We are building new housing, not just shanties, but homes where families can rest their heads, plant gardens, pursue happiness. Amazing what can be done when Parliament and the Council pressure the upper city elites to open their coffers.
Nice.
I'm sure the Silver Shields can make do without a few more jeweled crowns.
That was cool. That I appreciate, Wyll. Very well done.
Surely.
Who the heck is Lily? Am I forgetting a name here? I wish we could have brought Lily. She'd be the life of the party. Or is she like an adopted daughter?
Your soul warms thinking of Lily Aurora Ravengard, your adopted daughter. A treasure of a girl, found at the entrance of the Open-Hand Temple. 1 grey eye, 1 brown. The crying gods faithful thought it a sign. They summoned Wyll the very next day.
Oh.
Ah, the girl could melt the staunchest heart. She might have even brought a smile to old Wither's face. But tonight is for us, and Lily's only 4 months of age besides. I promise the temple will keep her in good care.
Yeah, at 12 months, maybe not the best idea.
Go on, my love. The night's young. You shouldn't waste a moment of it. Or waste a single drop of wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oops, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Well, good luck, enjoy Wyll.
Reunions to which I was not invited.
Gosh, Moonpower's still going on about that.
Even a duke deserves a night off.
Okay, I think we just have Halsin and Minsk left, right? And the happy Halsin. Hey, Halsin.
I was eager to attend tonight, yet I cannot help but fear that it may be a mistake. Do you know what I speak of?
Not really. We're right where we ought to be, amongst old friends.
Of course. I have just become unaccustomed to free time, perhaps. I feel like I'm neglecting something. All these months, and I haven't been away from what we built together. There's a whole community out in Thaniel's realm that has never known a day without our presence. Being away from it, I cannot help but worry how they will fare in our absence.
Oh, you need to let go, Halsin. At least a little bit. We'll be back before they know it.
I hope so. The children shall miss their bedtime tale tonight. Though, perhaps I can glean a few news stories from our friends here to make up for it.
Please don't
Tell
ask me,
me.
Clara.
Are you happy with the path we tread together? I took you from a life of high adventure to one that can be described as, well, anything but. I thought perhaps that seeing everyone once again and hearing of all that they've been doing, it might awaken some regret about the life we lead. You could have done anything, gone with anyone, yet you chose me.
I don't know, just like in the romance epilogue scene, Halsin is not... I mean, I'm kind of missing Halsin being happy about being with us, right? It's still like... It just seems like more than just insecurity, at least to me. I don't know. But I think we also can't say that. Honestly, I was expecting you to be the one with regrets. Don't you miss roaming free?
I thought I would, but in truth, no. Roaming has lost its luster now that I have somewhere I truly belong. Perhaps my true nature was waiting to reveal itself with your aid. I just hope you share in my contentment.
The level seems so low, it's souring the relationship. And Halsin really doesn't strike me as someone with like low self-esteem before. I think that's maybe why it's also kind of out of the blue, at least it feels like that to me. We adults, the odd regret is normal. Oof. I have no regrets in any case. It's just a life with you, and I haven't looked back.
I am glad to hear it. Forgive an old fool in need of a little reassurance. I am still expecting to stir from the dream. You must be eager to speak to some of the others. I shall be fine. Do not allow me to keep you.
I don't know. If you like meet up with Halsin here as a friend, it's actually really cute because, like, I mean, when you talk about and get to know him, he tells you that he likes like ducks and whittling and stuff like and honey and stuff like that, and he actually gives you like a whittled duck, and it's like really cute. Might I trouble you for a hug?
Of course.
Right, Mana-chan?
I could get used to this.
You know, I wouldn't say no to a kiss.
I live to serve.
True, friendship Halsin was way better than
The
romance
day I
Halsin.
weary of those lips is the day I weary of life.
I mean, personally, I would say the same, June. I mean, there are probably also people like really enjoying the romance of Halsin, and I mean, fair. But, yeah. I'm there on the same page. I like friendship Halsin. Yeah, kind of cuter, right? Be sure to mention Oliver and Thaniel. People will be eager to hear how they're faring, no doubt.
Of course. Seeing them free and happy may be my proudest achievement. And now they have more playmates than they could ever wish for. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, but it's really Dad or Daddy Halsin, right? Alright, go and enjoy yourself. I'll find you later.
Be sure to take your own advice. This is a special night. For all of us.
Okay, so I think we just have Minsk, and of course we do have like lots of letters.
Good song, good company, good wine.
Let's talk to Wyll. Hey, dude.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
The music's fine, and whether guess it or not. Poor guy. Tough gig.
You have no idea. You've no idea who I am. Withers couldn't even find a bard that knows who I am.
Poor guy. It is very interesting that we can't even do a check. Weren't we able to do a check? Just try to deceive him. Let's try to deceive him. But of course I recognize the greatest spot of all time, the famous... you! At 20, I love it.
You know? You're bloody right. It is an honor. Deep down, I knew you'd recognize me. You're a fellow bard, after all. What can I do you for?
But I was sure that you could actually do a roll, or is it like a secret roll? Like a hidden roll? I'm quite sure there is a roll which tells you who he is. Cause, yeah, as you say, Mana-chan, god of music. Like a very minor deity. But, yeah, quite the bard. I'd like you to change the song.
Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want?
I don't know. Do you have any new compositions? Something that's never been heard before?
Fantastic idea.
Yes, new.
It'll suit the whole affair perfectly.
Endless Spring. Yeah, I think we really didn't hear that before. So, Happy Orson.
Ah, breathe deep, Pooh. The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place. Ah, to meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes, honored, of course.
Happy doesn't seem to be happy. It's good to see you, Minsk. Boo too. And Happy...
See how your very presence snatches the breath from his chest? And it is no wonder. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend. while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them, It is well for happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing achesome.
Poor guy, he's just here by accident. Oh my god. You're still chasing after the guilds. I thought you'd make your peace with them.
So I have. Though it is a peace made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. 9 Fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels, and so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site, even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh gods.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done.
I absolutely love it. And it's also new. Either it's new or it's depending on like some of the choices we did this time and not the first time. Because first time I played this epilogue, back at patch 5, because that's when the epilogue was introduced, this guy wasn't there. And hey, Fuck Gaming! How are you doing? Nice to see you tonight. No, we can just mention Astarion. We can't mention Gale. I take joy in peaceful routine. Tea ceremonies, that kind of thing.
Ah, Minsk knows these rituals well. He had to give them up on meeting Boo. There is only so much hamster hair one man can swallow. Now, halfling, Boo will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends. So you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Wyll Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil-Horned and Angel-Hearted. Lae'zel of Creshkiller, true child of Gith and true friend to Boo. Though she will and say it is not so. Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it. We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell Minsk where.
Aww.
Gale, the man who would be a god, but then thought better of it. Boo thinks better of him for it too. Shadowheart, 2 gods tugged at her soul, but she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair? Halsin, Archdruid of Arch... somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And there is... an absence. Karlach, who would have been the heart of this celebration, had she not lost her heart in turn. Saving your city was her last act in this life. Which is why Minsk will make sure the guild honors her, yes? Study them well, sneak thief. For
It
the
was a very
best
nice
among
description of
them
our
will be a
companions.
guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves. Who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
Yo. Gosh, poor guy. Long day, just came home, I'm so tired. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, especially long day? Was something up at work? Or just like...
Kill for a glass of Ulava wine.
Okay, Minthara, please don't kill us. Can I just talk to Happy Horse by himself?
He's going to kill me. isn't he? Not the big mad bastard. The hamster.
Maybe. I don't know. We will see. Okay, but with that we talk to everyone. I'm still very sad that we can't talk to the Owlbear Cup, but... Well, I don't know why. Seems to be buggy.